A Brazilian legend in search of a title, a spirited opponent from the nation's capital. It all comes down to this in the NWSL, in the world's first soccer-specific stadium for women.
Hey, it's your soccer zombie, Tom Franklin. We are outside of CPKC Stadium for the NWSL Championship. It is top-seeded Orlando Pride taking on second-seeded Washington Spirit here, and we're outside here with the cool Fan Fest area out here. They got a nice setup with live music and nice little archway here as well. Nice stadium. We were here back in September. When I say we, I mean myself and Brad Whiteside. We are here again as well, along with a couple friends of ours.
We're St. Louis City. Hey, we're St. Louis City. We're St. Louis City. Who are you?
This is us taking a little bit of a pregame toast near Block 15. It's a popular tavern in the River Market area. And then from there, we take a shuttle into the CPKC Stadium grounds. Kind of hard to navigate around here if you haven't been here before, as we kind of discovered, but we made it work out. So a bit chilly tonight. It's in the mid 50s. Probably will drop down to the upper 40s as the game goes on here. So I got my warm weather garb on here. Anyway, should be a good game tonight. Legendary Brazilian women's soccer player Marta plays for Orlando Pride. You know, always nice to see a legend in person. Washington Spirit, they have Trinity Rodman as their star player. They have a couple of good players as well. I mean, these are the two best teams in the NWSL regular season, duking it out for the championship. Very cheap ticket to get into this one because it's being held in Kansas City. So the locals, they were hoping that the Current would have made it here, obviously, but didn't quite work out that way. They lost to Orlando last weekend. So that kind of helped drive prices down a little bit, as you can see there. I mean, if you have 25 bucks in your pocket and you're in the KC area, go see women's national championship games. Let's go ahead and head into the stadium. Let's see what CPKC Stadium is all about in an NWSL championship. Well, if you wanted championship merchandise, you might be out of luck if you were looking for a scarf. Got some shirts available here, but as you can imagine, pretty high demand. So yeah, you can see they got the bridge lit up in KC Current colors. In fact, you may not be able to see it very well on the camera, but the lights on the bridge, like as you're driving by, are lit up in that KC Current teal. So even though they're not here, still a pretty cool sight. And then, of course, you know, another highlight, why am I showing a bridge? Because the stadium is right there. About what I expect. I mean, how wild is it in 2024 that we have a specific stadium just for women?
I don't think it's wild. I think it's long overdue. It's something that has had to happen for a long time now.
And you know what? It's a great location too. You're right by downtown. I mean, this is how you need to do new stadiums.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So very interesting. This is the Washington Spirit supporters end over here. Where's Orlando? The top seed of this game? Way over here. Also a good chunk of them over there. They seem to be just kind of scattered about in this arena or stadium or whatever you want to call it.
By the dawn's early
Yeah, there's our old friend, Teal Man. Feeling a little festive. A month out from Christmas. So there's still a KC Current supporters group, even though KC's not playing. I love it. So I know there was some concern about all the seats being filled here at CPKC, but this is still a pretty good turnout. We got some empty seats here and there though, but all in all, pretty impressive. Especially when you consider neither one of these teams playing today are particularly close to Kansas City, like at all. By the way, my friend Brad here just made a good point here. So there is no kit clash for this game. Highlighter yellow versus dark purple.
And part of the reason that I was making comments on jersey colors is because that there wasn't a whole lot going on in the first 15 to 20 minutes or so. Both teams were kind of feeling each other out, playing a good defensive battle when either team would have an opportunity. Both teams just played really, really tight, not giving the other a whole lot of room to work with. And when Washington did put a couple shots on net, the goalkeeper was there for Orlando to stop them. Finally, in about the 15th minute or so, Orlando had their first real good chance of the game off the left foot of the legendary Marta. I also find it really interesting that a lot of the KC Current fans in attendance were booing Marta, little saltiness over losing in the semifinal to Marta and the Pride.
Orlando's really done. They haven't had enough possession to show me that they're doing well in the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're at, like we were just telling you, they're at the announcement of the announcement. Washington is at the announcement almost behind the podium.
And then things started to get a little chippy.
Ooh. No card, no card. You be the ref. Worthy of a yellow. Oh, that's a card. That's a yellow for sure. I mean, the Washington faithful don't agree with that. Oh, crap. Oh, man. Washington's starting to get some shots on net.
But it would be Orlando that would strike the first blow on this incredible effort from Barbra Banda.
What a great effort there. Nice move to cut inside, found the lane, and just buried it near post. Great individual effort. And as you saw, just the second shot on target this game. That's how cagey this one has been, but Orlando breaks the ice, 1-0. And the faithful are feeling the pride.
But should this have been a goal at all? Here's the build-up to the goal right before the long ball. Was this a foul? Because to me, this looks like it should have been whistled, but maybe I'm just being soft. Let me know in the comments. And this would just be one grievance that Washington Spirit fans would have. After the game, I caught up with Cheyenne of Between Clean Sheets. She is going around the country touring soccer matches around the United States. She's also a Washington Spirit fan, and when I caught up with her after the game, Spirit fans had an opinion on the refs this game, and they were pretty loud and clear.
Heard of Washington Spirit?
And fans are making their voices heard about the refs.
The refs for MVP is what they're saying, and that is a little awkward.
And the chippiness would continue as the half wound down to a close, a very heavy first half, although Orlando was starting to get the tide turned in their favor.
No one home. Tide of the game really starting to change here in the last 5 minutes or so as Orlando getting the ball more into Washington territory. We saw the one goal there, but then just in general, it feels like if we were waiting for Orlando to announce themselves, consider them announced. Wow, that almost went in. Ladies and gentlemen, Marta magic.
But it was about this point when Washington started ratcheting up the pressure, something that would carry well into the second half.
Off the post, oh no!
But with one final boot into the night, the first half would wind down to a close, and it would be Orlando holding on to a perilous 1-0 advantage.
All right, so first half that really opened up there towards the end, especially if you're an Orlando supporter, getting more chances on net, getting more opportunities in the Washington zone, although Washington still getting their chances as well. Shaping up to be a good finish here in the second half.
And it was at this time when I went in search of a holly jolly old friend of ours. If you watched the September Kansas City Current vlog, Teal Man was here in his finest Santa gear. Unfortunately, though, he had a lot of good things to say. You just weren't able to hear them because I had a technical issue and I did not capture the audio from this interview.
Talked about just getting to this point, with this soccer-specific stadium playing host to the championship. It was a great season for the Current. They were able to turn their season around from 11th all the way up to 4th, and even having a chance to even be here for this was big for him. I did ask him about who he was supporting in this one because a lot of KC Current fans have said that they're not supporting Orlando because they knocked them out of the playoffs last week. Teal Man pleaded the fifth on that. Teal Man, fun guy, fun fan base. A lot of them here tonight. Yeah, go check out the Teal Man on Twitter at @TealGuy.
Teal Man's also a very busy and popular guy, and I actually didn't catch up with him until after the second half started. So while I was waiting, I took a look around, did not see a single Lionel Messi jersey in the crowd. Once again, KC Current 2 for 2 on having a distinct lack of Messi inside the stadium. Did see a Kylian Mbappe kid, and I also saw an old Pele kid as well. Pretty impressive. But it was on to the second half where Washington was starting to put on the pressure. But as you're going to see in this half, it was an Orlando block party. In case you're wondering where I got the thumbnail title from. Just block after block, and this Orlando defense was just relentless. I mean, look at this sequence.
Oh, man. Nope. Some calls for a handball. Not going to get reciprocated. They won't get it. Oh.
Yeah.
That's going to be a card.
Yeah, it is.
Well, she was holding her side. About 10 minutes plus some stoppage time left in this one here. Pretty full crowd here. Waiting to see if Washington Spirit can get the equalizer here. I'm told that if they do and it goes past overtime, the penalty kicks will be on this side. Am I a Washington Spirit fan now?
And in case you're wondering why I jumped ahead in the action so much, it is because of the fact that I was enjoying myself and I was enjoying talking with other fans who didn't necessarily want to be on camera, nor did I feel like pressuring them. Everyone was in the moment having a good time, and so was I, and that's okay. One reason I have this channel is because I enjoy the game, so I was enjoying the game.
Time running out for Washington Spirit here. They have 21 shots, just 5 on target though, and it is stoppage time now. You just saw 6 minutes of stoppage time. Can Washington pull something off? Oh, here we go, got some space. Maybe should have waited a bit. Maybe should have waited for the cavalry just a little bit there. What a battle! Whether that was a foul or not, I don't think that's a type that gets called in the box. Was that the last gasp for Washington? I have a feeling there's going to be an extra minute or two added to this because of stoppages. Corner kick for Washington. This might be it for them. Oh, just needed to get a body on it. No call on that. Wow. I mean, ref had a better look at it than we did, but that's it. Orlando are your 2024 NWSL champions.
National Women's Soccer League champions, the Orlando Pride. We invite you to stay with us for the award ceremony, which will begin on the field in a few minutes.
Tough way to go out for Washington. They really battled in the second half, but Orlando just didn't break.
Fucking wait 8 years.
And as the fireworks were going off, it had me reflecting on just how far women's soccer has come along to have such a high-quality game in a high-quality stadium built just for the women. And it was around this time when I bumped into Cheyenne to get her perspective on not just the game, but the venue too.
I've overheard so many conversations about women's soccer specifically that were not happening before. I felt like I had to do so much advocating, and I don't have to do that as much now. It's so much easier to find people I can connect with over the sport instead of saying like, oh, have you heard of Washington Spirit? This is a game where I actually had skin, like something to root for. And so as you can tell, everyone behind me is mad that the refs kind of blew it for the Spirit a little bit. I'm inclined to agree, but I guess I'm just happy to be here. We'll say that. Until I left my entire life behind, bought a van, and started living in it for soccer, I actually was a DC United season ticket holder for 7 years, and then went to a lot of Spirit games because they share Audi Field. So whenever DC United was away, Spirit was at home, I had games to watch like every single weekend. So
Absolutely. Well, you've definitely seen a lot of soccer in your time here, but did you ever think that you would see a game, much less an NWSL championship, in a stadium specifically built for women like this?
Oh my gosh. So I was thinking that 2 weeks ago. I was here for the Big 12 final where KU beat, what was it, TCU? And I looked around and I was like, I can't even believe that this space exists. It doesn't feel like it only holds, what, 10,000?
About 11,000.
11,000?
Yeah.
It feels so much bigger. Everyone here creates such a great atmosphere. There's so many KC Current fans here, even though their team didn't make it, and they were just as loud as we were. Like, no, I can't believe it. But I'm so glad that it's happening, and I hope it happens more.
So we are heading out of CPKC Stadium, Orlando Pride, the top seed in the tournament. The tournament goes full chalk as the Pride win 1-0 in a game that they just took their one chance and ran with it. I mean, that was all Banda on that goal, great goal. Washington, they put up a good fight in the second half, but to Orlando's credit, they just could not break. But really, this was really all about, you know, christening this new stadium. It's a great center stage for the NWSL. Full crowd. Women's soccer in America has come a long, long way to get to this point. And as Cheyenne said, you know, you just heard her, may there be more stadiums like this one. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe for more. I'll cover more NWSL in the future. If you want to help me get to more games, it's just as simple as joining my 99-cent supporter section. If you enjoyed this video, every little bit does add up, helps me pay for gas money. And in the case of Jake Henry here, we're gonna stop at Whataburger, you know, after this one. So, you know, help feed some poor soccer sickos here. But this is your soccer zombie, Tom Franklin here. And as I said, this is my second time here at the KC Current game. And actually, at the last time I was here, I didn't find a Messi jersey there either, and tonight, same thing, no Messi jerseys here as well. Shout out to KC fans, apologies to St. Louis fans, I'm giving KC fans credit here, but regardless, if you want to check out that game, video is right over here. Jake was very nice enough to move out of the way so, you know, it doesn't cover his face.